Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. A very warm welcome to this, I would say, very, very cool place. I mean, Beverly Hills is a very cool place, but this is one of the coolest places in Los Angeles and in Beverly Hills. And I would say, with no further ado, I would ask my colleague Adrian van Hooydonk to show you the coolest car in Beverly Hills.
Thank you very much, Ludwig. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I think this is a spectacular location, very futuristic building, and behind us, below us, one of the biggest mega cities in the world. And what we have to show you here this evening is relevant to both these topics. It is both futuristic, and as we believe, is going to be a very, very good solution for people trying to move around in a big city like LA. You know that this city loves cars, this city needs mobility, and you also know that there's a lot of changes on the way in terms of mobility. You know that BMW is taking a pretty brave approach to these matters. We are starting a new sub-brand next year, BMW I, and we are launching 2 cars all at once. Our teams in Munich are working very hard at readying the production vehicles, and tonight I would like to take you just a little bit closer still to the final version of the i3. First of all, maybe just a few thoughts on how we got to this design or this form language, because we're talking about new drivetrains, and you know a lot about that. We're talking about carbon fiber used in the structure. This is very new as well, but you've heard this from us before. What does all of that mean for us in design, or what could it mean? For us, it meant a unique opportunity. All our cars, all our brands represent premium brands or products. So when we design premium products, we know what we're doing, I could say. For premium products, they have to be emotional. All our brands, of course, are that. We're talking about fine materials, we're talking about refinement, we're talking about precision. So these are things we are used to expressing in our design. And typically aesthetics is in the foreground when people look at a premium product. Now, what about sustainability? When we talk about sustainability in design, typically there's different things that we want to express, or different things that we can use. We're talking about more rational aspects, maybe, in design or in buying products. We're talking about reuse or recycling. We're talking about no waste, taking our responsibility. And altogether, it sounds like aesthetics would disappear to the background. And that, for us, would not be such a good solution. Our idea is to combine these 2 things, premium and sustainability. Still today, we don't see very many offerings in the market, even here in LA, that actually make this combination. So we see a real market opportunity there. That's why we want to do it that way. That's why we are taking such a radical approach. We call it Next Premium, because we believe that for every premium brand in the future, sustainability is a must. For the next couple of years that we see ahead of us, there will be changes. Nobody can predict how fast or how quickly the world will change. But with the BMW i products, we feel that we have everything on offer that a customer could want or wish for in the next couple of years. Tonight, here with me is Benoit Jacob. Warm welcome to Benoit. Benoit is the person who is heading up the design team that we set up several years ago. The team that has developed all this thinking, all this thought, and ultimately the form language and the shapes that we have come up with in the BMW i brand. So I would say now maybe we should have a look at what is under this cover, and then Benoit can tell you a few more things about this car. Ladies and gentlemen, the i3 Concept Coupe.
you in this event the i3 concept coupe. And as Adrian said, basically that was a brief. How can we combine responsibility, sustainability together with emotion? And I think I don't have to speak too long to say that, or show that this car speaks for itself. Of course, you're probably all familiar with the first opus of the i3 concept that we've been showing nearly a year ago in Frankfurt. And of course, you recognize some similarities, and no wonder, because we go very consequent in showing the world what is our plan when it comes to future mobility, sustainable mobility, in this form of the i3 concept. And you see that we have, of course, out of the original concept, keep going, working on design cues that are typical from the BMW i, because we have the possibility to create a specific identity for the i-cars, although you recognize still BMW brand into this car. I would say, of course, these kidneys are for you very familiar. The way the car stands on the wheel, good proportion, good stance on the wheel is very important, and you find this also back in this car. And of course, a few icons here, like the LED lamps. Maybe if we move on the side, probably something that you also recognize is the one-box proportion that we took over. And moving actually to the body side, I remember, and I saw a few from you that already asked me back then, with the production car coming with these really big windows, and what happens if some people see, and we show here in the form of this coupe show car, that we do have a plan when it comes to window graphics. Of course, remaining is the very strong graphics, also this trim floor design element that you find back. Also, what we wanted to do is, in the form of a coupe in a sense are very emotional car, and we wanted to basically translate specifically the idea of emotion for BMW i, and we did it, for example, with a lot of transparency into the greenhouse. We also celebrate lightweight. Now this car is made, like his siblings, out of carbon, and you will see later on in detail that we really celebrate the idea of carbon in a very elegant manner, or lightweight. You see that also, like in the course of the further development, the car did not lost its big wheels. You find them back here, 20-inch in this case, and they also kind of preview or tease what will be available or what will hit the streets now in a year. And moving back to the rear, of course, you can have a couple of pictures showing that we keep going on integrating some functions into this so-called black belt. This is all glass. You see the lamps, for example, LED technique again, that is fully integrated into this element. And this is also our idea of next premium. How can we simplify, how can we make things a little more simpler, or at least clearer when it comes to car. Maybe a few words when it comes to interior. I believe that does work, that's true. This is also a further extension of next premium, and it is based on the idea that not only clean material, I will say a few words in a minute, but this is also a purpose-built car, and that means we took all the advantages of the electric drivetrain to reconfigure right from the beginning the whole interior. And what is very stunning in this little mega city car is an extremely roomy interior space versus like the footprint. Or in other words, how much space do I consume in the urban environment, but how much space do I really offer for the driver and the passenger? You see that, of course, taking also you a step closer to the production car, that we kept the idea of the seat bench. We use still, as described in Adrian's presentation, some traditional and rough material, or moving to the door panel. For example, a very nice example to show that we can use some natural fibers to actually do some interior trim parts. This is also a step towards sustainability and something that we can also emotionalize. So of course, I could be talking probably the whole evening about this project, but I think we met here to basically also enjoy the rest of the evening. Adrian, I think, like we went through most of the aspects of this car, or is there anything more?
We just have to finish the car, I think, in time for next year. Thank you, Benoit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to join us here this evening. I hope it's worth your while. Benoit and myself, of course, will be available for your further questions if you have them. Feel free to come up close and look at the car. Enjoy the rest of the evening in this fantastic location, and if we manage to get the car by this pool, then you will see it again at the LA Motor Show tomorrow, and hope to see you there as well. Thank you very much.